Hey, what's going on everybody? It's ETAPRIME back here again. Recently I picked up a refurbished Xbox Series S on eBay and I wanted to see if it was real. So just like a lot of other people, I've been in the market for an Xbox One S and I just can't get one from a retail store because the bots are buying them up. And I found a listing for a refurbished Xbox Series S, so I figured I'd go ahead and pick it up. Now I did spend a little more than retail. This was actually $322 shipped to the door, but everything else that I've seen on these third-party reseller sites is around $400 for a new one in box, so I don't mind getting something used or refurbished as long as it works and it's the correct item. Now the seller that I bought this from had a lot of good feedback, and going through their listings, it actually looks like they might be getting return items from Walmart and Target and things like that, because they do have a lot of on products and stuff that's sold at Walmart and Target. But yeah, it definitely looks like a Series S, and this stuff looks brand new aside from the Scotch tape they used to retape the packaging around the unit itself. It did come with the controller, HDMI, and power cable. No official box. I was actually hoping I would get an official box with it, but they just threw it in this cardboard one. So let's go ahead and unwrap these accessories here. We just have the basic Series S white controller. There is some batteries in here, and it looks like these were unopened or they reheat sealed this little packaging here. But yeah, an official controller, and it looks brand new. There's no scuffs on it or anything like that. The back cover's here. And these batteries were not open yet, so they have not been used in this controller. In the end, they could have just thrown a new pack in here. But taking a look at the cable tie wrapping they use on the HDMI and the power cable, I don't think that these have been used yet. Now personally, I hate paying over retail, but I have tried at least 12 times to get one of these from stores when they do a quick launch, and I cannot get one, so I figured I'd go ahead and purchase this. If it didn't turn out to work or something was wrong with the unit, I could always return it to eBay. But this looks brand new, and they haven't been out that long, so if somebody did use this, they didn't use it for that long anyway. Everything's super clean, there's no scuffs on it or anything like that. This is a brand new Series S, and they were selling it as a refurbished unit. And 99% of these retailers who say refurbished, they've done absolutely nothing to it but maybe wipe it down. So it's basically just a used Series S, but it doesn't look like there's been much use with this unit. There's no dust at all in this top vent here, but we definitely need to see if this thing works. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my monitor and get this thing booted up for the first time. So I've got everything plugged in, turn my controller on. I probably have to sync this. Nope, it was already connected to the Xbox itself. So if this works, we should get an HDMI signal. Looks like it's doing something. There we go. So yeah, I just got a little bit of setup I need to do here. I'm going to install some games and let this run for a few hours just to see if it overheats or shuts down or anything like that. But I definitely want to test out a few games on this thing. Alright, so I got everything set up. It's been running for a while now. I've installed a few games. Let's go ahead and start something up. I'm going to test a few games here and just see if this thing heats up and shuts off on me. I've also gone through and tested all the USB ports and Ethernet on this device, and it is working. I've just started out light here with a 2D platformer. We have the new Battletoads. Personally, I like this game. I'm a big fan of the original Battletoads. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you know I do a lot of retro games, and initially when I saw the artwork for the new Battletoads, it kind of turned me off, but after playing it for a little while, it's actually really enjoyable. Taking it up a notch just to stress that CPU and GPU out a little more, we have Dirt 5. It's been running great here. I wish I had a 120 Hz monitor or a 144. I'll probably end up picking one up in the next month or so, because I'd like to see these new X and S optimized games running at 120 Hz. But right now we're at 1080p, 60. I haven't had any hiccups from the machine yet. So initially going into this, I was really hoping that it wasn't torn down and something was replaced inside, and it looks like both of the tabs or the tags here are still in place. I don't think that the company would have went through the trouble of replacing them with the exact same tags that go over these screw holes here. So if I had to guess, I'd say that the unit I got here was kind of a quick return to a Walmart or a Target. Like I mentioned, that eBay seller seems to be getting the return pallets from Target or Walmart, and I think that's exactly what we have here. And it definitely wasn't used much. I mean, there's no scuffs on the unit itself, everything's working here, and we don't have any dust in that fan system. So I think I got pretty lucky here by buying a refurbished Xbox Series S. I mean, I did buy this as refurbished, but I was really hoping that I was going to get the box with it. But for me, it's not a real deal breaker. I mean, it would have never went back in the box. And one of the main reasons I wanted to pick up the S was the form factor here. I mean, this thing is absolutely tiny. And if it runs my favorite Xbox games at least 1080p 60, I'm totally happy with a little console like this. But another big reason I wanted to get the S was to install some emulators on it. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, just let me know in the comments below. A few months ago I did it on the X because that was really the only one I could get a hold of, but now that I got the S, I'll definitely be testing some out on this console. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Really appreciate you watching. If you're interested in picking something like this up, your best bet is to just keep a close eye on eBay because the refurbished or the used versions do pop up every once in a while, and you can scoop them up for a pretty good deal when you compare it to people scalping brand new ones in the box. But that's it for this one, and like always, thanks for watching.